Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Mr. Krabs from Spongebob Squarepants. So we're going to start with his eye at the base. So let's start from the left and draw a curve that goes up. From here I want to draw the tall, long eye. So making sure I keep enough space on my page. So his eye is roughly about 1/3 of the size of his body. So if I imagine his body in 3 parts, so make sure that I have enough space. So I'm going to go to the eye right about that high. So here I'm going to do an overlap. And go up towards the back, round out the top, and then come back down and tuck that in under the line at the bottom here. At the top here, I'm going to draw the little floret. So starting at the base, going up and then down. Then I'm going to start on the left side and go up, down with a smaller floret, and then one on the left, on the right side here. Center of the eye, I'm going to draw the pupil. So let's draw a round circle, and drawing a curve for the highlight. And then coloring in the bottom half black. So now that we have that in place, it'll kind of help guide the rest of the drawing. So let's draw the mouth. So from here I'm going to draw the edge of the mouth with a curve. Let's draw the top part of the mouth. So starting here about halfway down the curve, I'm going to go up. And then let's draw the bottom half. So the bottom is basically coming straight down, rounding out the corner, and then going out to the front of the bottom part of the mouth. So coming straight down, rounding out, and going out. For the teeth, I'm going to come down a bit from the top, so I'm going to follow that same contour of the upper part of the mouth, going to the front, but I'm going to stop a little bit shorter than the length, the top, and then go straight up and tuck that in underneath. Now along the bottom here, I'm just going to draw 3 little lines that go up. From here, underneath these teeth, I'm going to draw a curve that leads to the front of the bottom part of the mouth. And for the tongue, all I want to do is draw a curve that comes down, leaving a gap, going up a little bit, and drawing a curve. Okay, so now we got that in place, let's draw the nose. So the nose is basically in an angle that goes up here, but it's basically a squiggle, so a little curvy line. So starting right about here, we go up, down, and then up. Now on the way back, I want to get a little bit wider as I come to the base. So starting at the tip, I'm just going to work my way backwards to make sure it gets a little bit thicker as I come backwards. Now for the head, the body is basically an egg shape. So the body I want to make probably about that big to the base. So I'm going to come down to the front and the back, pretty wide. So start at the top of the head, right about here. I'm going to curve and round out the top of the head, tuck in behind the nose, and then come down to the front of the body. Here on the back, I want to do the same thing. So right about here, I want to make sure I want to get the same height. But I'm going to come down, but along the way, I'm going to draw these little humps. I'm going to come down and just draw little humps along the way. From here, I'm going to connect these 2 points with a curve, going across, tucking that in. Now the back eye here gets tucked in behind the top of the head. It's exactly the same as the front here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to copy exactly the same height and shape that I have in the back or in the front here. Let's draw the pupil. So the pupil I want to make sure is the same size and height. I'm going to create that little highlight and color in the bottom black. And let's draw the little florets on top. So starting with the middle one, draw the one on the left, and then the one on the right. Okay, now that we have that, let's draw the arm. Okay, so let's draw the curve of the sleeve. So starting back here, we draw like a backwards elongated C. From in between here, I'm just going to draw a curve. And from here, I'm going to draw the back of the arm. So just a curve to the back of the elbow. And from here, I'm just going to curve to the wrist. Up here, I'm going to come down a little bit and go straight towards the elbow. Now here, I want to draw the forearm to the claw. So the claw is basically rounded. So I'm just going to take this, go straight down, and curve the claw. From here, all I want to do is take this point and tuck that in behind the arm, just like so. With the claw, I just want to do some waves going across. Now you don't have to match exactly how I have it, as long as it looks like little wavy lines. From the wrist, I want to go across, round out, and come down and tuck that in underneath the claw. Okay, let's get into the body. So the body is basically a continuation of this line coming down to the waist. So the waist is right about here, so take this curve, I'm just going to continue downwards. On the back, I'll do the same thing. So I'm just going to imagine, okay, this comes down and behind that arm. From here, I'm going to connect these 2 points with a curve. So going across and up. let's draw the collar. So right about here, I'm going to draw a V for the collar. And then on this side, I'm going to draw a line out. This side I'll draw a line out. And then just tuck this in underneath the collar of the neck. Okay, now from here, let's get into the pants. So what I want to do on the side here, I'm just going to go up, just draw a little bulge on one side. Now the bottom of this body is basically, again, like an egg. It kind of flattens out. So right about here is the bottom. I want to basically take this line, come around, and just start to curve in towards the bottom of the pant. So I'll start here and curve in, but I'm going to stop right about here where the leg would be. I'm going to continue on this way and just draw the bottom part of the pant, leaving a gap on either side where the legs would be. Let's draw the lines for the legs. So here I'm going to do an overlap, come straight down. On the left side, on the inner part of the leg, I'm going to come straight down, connecting these two with an upward curve. Let's do the same thing on the left side. So coming down, curving the bottom out, and just tucking that underneath the claw. The feet, essentially, they're just little straight lines, almost like a V but rounded tip. Almost like a peg on both sides. Let's draw the belt buckle. So the belt buckle on top, I'm just going to draw an upward curve for the top. Round up the sides. It's almost like a rectangle, rounded rectangle. And curve the bottom out. I'm just going to trace the inner part so it's evenly spaced out all the way around. Now for the bottom here, I'm just going to draw a line that goes straight down, curve this up, and from here I'm just going to curve up. And for the belt, I'm going to take this line here and just tuck that in towards that point there. I'm going to come up a little bit and curve and just use that same uniform line all the way across. I'll do the same thing on this side, but I'm going to leave a gap here for the belt loop. Going across, the bottom here I'll go across, and then draw a straight line going down. I'll move over a little bit, draw a straight line going down, and then I'm going to continue the belt across and tuck that in underneath that claw. Okay, the final step, let's draw this claw back here. So the arm, I'm going to have it bent in kind of up here. So let's draw the sleeve where the arm gets tucked into the sleeve first. So I'm just going to draw a curve. I'm going to come in a little bit and draw a curve up to the wrist. I'm going to go up, draw a curve going up to the wrist. Now I could draw the sleeve. So coming up here, I'm just going to wrap around that point on the top and on the bottom. Now for the claw, it's essentially like what I have here. It's a big circle. Okay, so but the bottom side is a little bit shorter than the top, so I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to take this point and curve the bottom claw, and from this part of the wrist I'm going to curve a little bit taller for the top part of the claw. From this point, I'm just going to draw a series of kind of like loops. On the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing, like that. And then to finish it off, I'm going to start right about halfway. Just draw an upward curve in the opposite direction, and that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Mr. Krabs from Spongebob Squarepants. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give this a like, share this with your friends, and get them to subscribe. Be sure to check out all our different playlists. We have a ton of characters in there and more being added each week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.